Dear students, welcome back to next session of chapter 2, that is silk. In first session, we had completed historical information of the silk fiber, countries producing silk fiber, types of silk fiber and manufacturing process of silk fiber. In this video, we will talk about stoving, filature, degumming and wetting and properties of silk fiber, means microscopic properties, physical properties, biological properties and thermal properties in detail. Student, in last video we had completed about 4 stages of silkworm, means eggs, worm, cocoons and moth, and from that we know that how silk fiber is obtained from the moth. So after that stoving process is essential. If moth is permitted to emerge from the cocoon, the silk filament is broken into short pieces. Therefore, the cocoons are steamed or are subjected to hot air to kill the pupa inside the cocoon. This process is called as stoving process. So, what is stoving? Actually, when cocoons are steamed or when they are subjected to hot air, and the purpose is to kill the pupa. Why it is essential to kill the pupa? Because if it is permitted to emerge from the cocoon, the silk filament is broken into short pieces and we do not get the continuous silk filaments. Then next is filature. What is filature? Filature means reeling process or unwinding of silk filament from the cocoon is called as filature process. Once the cocoons are obtained from the silkworm, they are stored out according to color, size, shape and texture. In the next step, sericin from the silk fiber is softened to permit the unwinding of the filament. Means here some percentage of sericin is removed from the silk fiber to permit the unwinding of the filament. Then 3 to 10 cocoons are carefully unwound together. Why 3 to 10 cocoons are taken? Because as single filament of silk is too fine, 3 to 10 cocoons are carefully unwound together to form a composite strand of silk, and this process is called as reeling process. During the next operation, desired amount of twist is given to composite strand of silk to make it into a silk yarn, and this process is called as throwing process. Means by throwing process, these fibers are twisted and converted into silk yarn. So, this silk is sometimes called as thrown silk. After that, two processes are important processes which are used for the silk yarn are degumming and wetting. What is degumming? Degumming means it is removal of the gum of silk, that is sericin. Now this sericin must be removed to bring out natural luster and soft feel of the silk fiber. Means the aim of degumming is to bring out the natural luster of silk fiber. This process elimination of gum or sericin is known as degumming. It is generally carried out before dyeing process of silk, and for this purpose detergent, warm water and alkaline reagents are used. As the sericin is removed, 25% of the weight is lost. So, all this is called as degumming. Means what is degumming? It is removal of sericin and approximately 25% of weight is lost because of this. Then next process is wetting. Weighting is essential because manufacturer buys silk by weight. Silk fibers become expensive after degumming as it results in weight loss. This loss in weight is compensated by weighting process, means in degumming weight is lost. To compensate that weight, weighting process is essential. Silk fabrics are treated with metallic substances to make up for the weight loss. Weighting is done during the dyeing process or done after it. In addition to lowering the cost, it gives crispness, firm body and feel to the fabric. Weighted silk loses the natural elasticity and deteriorates when exposed to sunlight, perspiration and dry cleaning. Weighting of silk is considered undesirable in countries like Japan and India. It is carried out only for low quality silk in India, and this low quality silk is called as Kora silk. So, main aim of weighting process is to gain weight which is lost in degumming process and to lower the cost of the weight. Then we will see properties one by one. First is microscopic properties. Under microscope, cultivated degummed silk viewed longitudinally resembles a smooth transparent rod. Then under microscope it is highly lustrous, very fine and sometimes gum spots may be seen. Then regarding physical properties, first is length. I already told you that silk is natural filament fiber, means it is a long fiber. It measures 900 to 1200 meters and can be as long as 2800 meters. Regarding luster, silk has high luster. After the sericin has been removed, means before removing the sericin it has low lustrous, but after removing the sericin its luster improves. Because of its exceptional luster, silk is known as queen of fabrics. Wild silk has less lustrous than cultivated silk. Then regarding strength, silk is the strongest of the animal fiber, means it is stronger than wool. It loses 50 to 25% of its weight, of its strength when wet, or we can say that weight strength of silk is less than its dry strength. Due to its low weight strength, it demands special care while laundering. Then next property, physical property is elastic recovery and elongation. Silk is very elastic fiber, but compared to wool, its elasticity is slightly less. Means elasticity of silk is more than cotton and jute, but it is less than wool fiber. Then regarding resiliency, silk has better resiliency than cellulosic fibers, means than cotton, linen, jute, but less than wool and man-made fibers. Then moisture absorption, silk has high moisture regain. Due to this property, silk can be dyed and printed in brilliant colors. Then density, silk fiber is less dense than cotton, linen and wool, means density of silk is less than cotton, linen and wool. Density of silk is 1.25 to 1.34 grams per cc. Means silk has medium density, so the fabric is light in weight. Then next property is biological properties. Let us study about biological properties. You know that there are two biological properties, effect of mildew and effect of moth. First, see about the effect of mildew. All of you know that silk is protein fiber, so it is least endangered by mildew, but it is attacked if left in a damp condition for a period of time. Effect of moth, same as wool, it is affected by moth readily. Means being a protein fiber, it is easily damaged by moth. Silk has good resistance to the cloth moth, but carpet beetles will eat it. So, while storing silk, care needs to be taken and some kind of insecticide should be used. Now, let us see the next properties, that are thermal properties. First is effect of heat and heat conductivity. Silk is easily affected by heat, means we cannot use hot iron or hot water for silk. Silk ignites and continues to burn with a smell of burning hair or feather. Means like wool, it also smells like burning hair or burning feather. It leaves crisp, brittle bead. Then regarding heat conductivity, silk has low heat conductivity, means it is not a good conductor of heat. This makes it a suitable wear for winter season. So, in this session, we had studied about stowing, filature, degumming and wetting, properties of silk fibers, means microscopic properties, physical properties, biological properties and thermal properties in detail. Student, I hope you got all the concept, and this is all about these points, means properties, and last is assignment. First is write short notes on filature. So, what is filature? All of you know that. What is filature? Filature means when 3 to 10 cocoons are carefully unwound together to form a composite strand of silk is called as filature operation or filature. Then next is differentiate between degumming and wetting. Here I like to told you that this difference between degumming and wetting is very important regarding your board exams. Now let us see the difference between degumming and wetting. First, difference as per definition. What is degumming? It is the removal of gum, which is called as sericin. And what is wetting? When weight is increases of the silk yarn, it is called as wetting. Then second point is approximately 25% of weight of silk is lost in this process, and this loss of weight is compensated in wetting process. Then degumming is done to bring out the natural luster and smoothness of silk, and wetting makes the silk fabric crisp and improves its draping quality. Then what is used for degumming and what is used for wetting? Which reagents are used? For degumming is done with the help of detergent and water, and for wetting metal salts are used. Then degumming is generally done before dyeing process, and wetting is generally combined with dyeing process or done after it. Then last question is write about biological properties of silk, means you have to write 2 points, means effect of moth and effect of mildew. So complete this assignment in your notebook, assignment notebook, and here we will complete this session. Thank you very much.